This is a Ghetto Geek establishment. Ghetto Geek stand up.
Yes, it's Ghetto Geek here, GhettogeekTV. We're live at Word Up in Harsden Picture Palace, and we are with the wonderful, amazing headline poet for today. She is an actor, performer, writer. Oh my Lord, big it up for the one and only Madi. Now, how do I say the double barrel?
Maxwell-Libby.
Maxwell. Do you know about that in the old school Morfire crew? Maxwell D, yeah?
Oh my
Libby,
God.
do you know about Maxwell D?
I don't.
Okay.
Mate, obviously
And it's for Ali, who when it came to say goodbye, looked me in the eye with eyes clotted with tears and said, please, please don't make me go home. Meanwhile, we're ruled by magicians with scissors for hands. Economic illusionists doing coin tricks in the doll queue. Now you see it, now you don't.
Well, you're a Roundhouse resident, but then also Roundhouse Poetry Slam winner. That's in the poetry world, but I didn't realise what of a big deal you are. Would you, if a gun was put to your head,
Oh God.
poet or actor?
I would say, I don't know, I would say I more do comedy in between.
To be honest, you just did a sick comedy set within your poetry.
People always like the unemployed line. I think
Unemployed.
people relate to it. I did genuinely always think when I graduated that I was freelance.
Yes.
And then I rang up HMRC and was like, how do I register for being freelance? They were like, are you working at the moment? I was like, no. And they were like, well, you're not freelance, you're just unemployed.
JSA.
It's like, burn. Yeah, poet or actor, I don't know. They all kind of, at the moment, it feels like spoken word and comedy are mainly what I'm doing.
Yes.
But it's just because it's hard that you've got so many pans in the fire. You're like, whew.
Yeah. So what was your influences that brought this kind of interest in style?
So like, I guess I probably did start performing by acting,
Yes.
not writing.
Yes.
And some people start the other way around.
Yeah.
And I think it definitely helps having a theatre background because, stuff like presence and delivery and like meaning every word, and always thinking about like, so as an actor, you always think about like, what do you want to affect in the other person? Like, what do you mean? What do you want from the other person? And like, what are you actually saying? And that, you don't want to act. You just want to say what's true. And like, so I always try with when I'm performing my poetry, it's like, well, I just want to say it as how I would to anyone else. But then there also has to be that performative element where I do have to sort of, I suppose, like give it some welly. But yeah, try and keep it as a natural rhythm as possible. But yeah, like theatre, presence, being still. I've learned a lot about I still move a lot, as is probably evident. But I used to take the mic out and walk around, and I don't do that anymore, and that's really good because I think if you're like me and you're just very like quite manic, you need the like mic is grounding, and you don't want to sway. And then the comedy is about, I suppose, you just timing. You learn to listen for where the pauses are and allow yourself to pause. Rather than sometimes you're just like, oh my God, no one's gonna laugh, just carry on. But like, if you do that, then definitely no one's gonna laugh.
Uncomfortable for it now.
They feel uncomfortable and also they feel like they can't laugh. So, and it's weird. Like I've done some spoken word at comedy nights, and it goes down so differently.
Right.
So this is such a great crowd because everyone's like clicking or responding, and it feels like there's so much more of a dialogue, right? But stand up, it just feels like you do poetry, everyone's like,
I'm expecting something.
I think it's also like I don't know how to react, or like, I'm just listening. I think it's like the conventions of like the sea. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
you done the stand-up and slam? Have you?
No, I've never done stand-up and slam.
So you?
I know. I've never actually done. No, I know. I should go there.
Stand-up? No, I mean like you should
camera?
be on there. Like you should be in this. You should be doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be fantastic. When you were younger, like what was the things that kind of initiated your?
I guess like I'd always just written, and I just used to stay up really late when I was like really small, and like used to get really excited by buying notebooks and just write little stories.
Yeah. Okay, so you wrote little short stories?
I wrote little like stories, and I made like big imaginary worlds and stuff. And then like I think when I hit like sort of like pre-pubescent vibes, like stuff got a bit sad, and like I just stopped writing, and I didn't have any confidence, and I just stopped it. Yeah, and then I did like acting, wanted to get into, I did English at uni and then I wanted to go do acting, and then I was a member of the National Youth Theatre.
Yes.
My friend Gabriel Akamo, or Carmel, I always get his surname wrong, is a member of Spit the Atom with me, and he wanted to put on a spoken word night at National Youth Theatre. And I wanted to do something, but I didn't really know what spoken word was, and I didn't want to do any stand-up. So I just took a bit of stand-up and I adapted it into what was a very early version of the porn poem.
Right.
And people responded to it, and then I applied to BBC's and Roundhouse's Words First.
Yes.
Run by Roy Bolger and Yomi. So they were just so great.
Yeah.
And then it all went from there, and that's when I wrote the Lady Garden poem, and it just sort of all took off. So like I owe everything to like other people and the Roundhouse and NYT and whatever.
Yeah, thank you so much
No
for your
worries,
time.
thank
Bless
you.
the mic. Yeah, this is Ghetto Geek TV. Ghetto Geeks, stand up.
So I first started, so I've always written, but when I was younger I used to write lots of songs, lots of lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did hear you were an amazing singer in your featured set. I was like, hold on a minute. Okay, so you were songwriter
It's
as well.
kind of inspired by several different things. Obviously, following the case of Stephen Lawrence's murder and, you know, the injustice and the eventual partial justice that his family got for him. And then